Stephjoy schools were started through God's call to shape destinies. Our schools are located in Limuru, Kiambu County, and we are among the leading schools in KCSA. We also have ready classes for the CBC Junior High School intake in January 2023.
The moment a student discovers herself or himself and speaks the career he or she wishes to pursue at the university, immediately a student becomes very serious in secondary school to achieve the grade that can connect to that particular course.
Call us on 0700-004-022 for the boys' school and 0722-641-711 for the girls' school. Stephjoy Schools, shaping destinies.
I want to teach this morning to Form 3s, Stephjoy girls, creative and critical thinking. It is important we understand that creativity is key, especially this particular time, being the season of STEM. STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Can you hear me well? At the same time, remember I have taught you in the past that the reason students are failing is because of their failure to listen to the teacher when he's teaching, and their failure as well to meditate or even to think when the teacher is teaching. Can you hear me well? In this case, if we can concentrate with whatever the teacher is teaching, that alone stirs up the potential within us so that we are capable of discovering more as the teacher is teaching. Let me read for you Psalms 119, verse 97. Oh, how I love your law. I meditate on it all day long. Your commands are always with me and make me wiser than my enemies. I have more insight than all my teachers, for I meditate on your statutes. I have more understanding than the elders, for I obey your precepts. I have kept my feet from every evil so that I might obey your word. The word here is meditation. What is meditation? Meditation is the mental processing of information into knowledge. And I can possibly define it once again. Meditation being an act of thinking about something calmly, carefully, seriously, and for some time in order to aid mental development. Now, our thinking enables us meditate or possibly digest the information that the teacher is giving to us. The problem that we have in class is when the teacher is teaching, we are listening, but we are not meditating, meaning we are not thinking. Can you hear me well? Creative thinking is generating ideas. An idea is a seed. You realize once a seed is planted, it grows, it becomes a plant of the kind of the seed that was planted, and after some time, it produces the fruits that have the seeds of the kind that was planted. Can you hear me well? Such that now that you are in Form 3, and like we have already spoken about the duration that is remaining for you, it is very important we understand that every one thing that which you learn You should be thinking. And your thinking will help you understand more. Creative thinking requires meditation, imagination, and originality of thought. For example, we apply critical and creative thinking when we are writing a composition. You are only given a statement or a sentence that has between possibly 7 to 10 words. You are given 2 hours to write a composition of 450 words in a period of 2 hours. I want you to understand that when you are writing whatever you are writing, given the timing, you realize that you should not come out of the topic that you are given. Sometimes, to enable you think more, you are given the last line, which you will end up with. Is that so? So that now it is you to come up with a story that is relevant with the last sentence which you are given. Is that so? Then, in this case, in the period of 2 hours, you need to understand that you must be relevant. Tunaelewana? You need to understand that in the period of 2 hours, you must create a story, create it within you. Are you hearing me? Then write it. It must be systematic. Number 3, it must have good grammar, because that is what the teacher is checking. All that, whatever he has taught you. Are you hearing me? So that now, now that is composition. When we come to these other subjects, I want us to understand, as Form 3s, look at the duration that we have for us to sit for KCSE. And I want us to look at it. Think with me critically. If you can take KCSE from 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, for example, you start doing those papers from the time that we close. Even this particular time that we are closing, this being June, now we are about to close for 1.5 weeks. Those are 10 days. Is that so? You download, you ask your parents to assist you download. You download chemistry, 2 papers. Leave the practical, because now the practical you have to do it in school. Can you hear me well? Then you take your physics, if you want to become an engineer, for example. You take your biology, if you want to do medicine. You take other subjects, for example. You go doing the paper while at home. Remember, nobody is supervising you. Can you hear me well? In this case, time is at your disposal. You already got your 24 hours. You do the 2 papers, paper 1 and paper 2 of chemistry, paper 1 and paper 2 of physics. You do all these papers. You are doing 8 subjects. Multiply 8 by 7. What number is that? Is it 56? Those are 56 papers. Can you hear me well? You tell me in the 2 weeks you are doing them. While in school, for example, I know here in school we really don't have time. And again, you have the assignment from the teachers. But can I tell you, you can be able to create your time. This is where you say, I don't have time to go for anybody's birthday party. Are we together? I have told you the duration for high school between Form 1 and Form 4 is the duration we should be tarmacking for a job. For your information, I really wonder, and I fail to understand, why somebody is graduating from the university, then go blaming the government, that the government is not creating jobs. Whereas the word of God is so clear that before you are formed into your mother's womb, I chose you, Jeremiah 1, 4 and 5. I chose you. I appointed you. In this case, I gave you a job before you are even conceived into your mother's womb. In this case, you came to fit in a purpose that which was predestined. Can you hear me well? You are supposed to succeed in your physics so well so that you do civil engineering. You are supposed to succeed in biology so that you may do medicine. But we are coming to realize that we have so many vacancies of neurosurgeon. There are no people. We don't have enough civil engineers. We don't have enough doctors. We don't have enough lawyers. We don't have enough different kind of professions. Whereas We have so many people that have graduated in other fields, but they have no jobs. The reason is, the more you bring down your grade, it takes you to totally different career that which you are not purposed to do it. In this case, we divert our attention from our focus. Can you hear me well? Now, right now, dear students, if we can put in ourselves that we agree together, like now, being in Form 3, this being first term, for example, you have had examinations. Forget about the first term of Form 1. But possibly we come to the ED exam of Form 1. ED exam of Form 1, you did an exam Form 1 second term. You did an exam ED of second term, mid third term, ED of third term. Form 2, we have 6 exams. These ones are 5. 6 plus 5, 11. Can you hear me well? Now, those are Form 2, 11 exams. All the examinations which you have done in school. I have told you, and I want to repeat, that if you can make use of this time, you stop going to those parties. You govern yourself. You become a disciplined, determined, dedicated girl. Then, to each and every paper that which you get hold of, you write down, you first of all read the question, understand the question, then write down the question by heart. Then you have all types of textbooks. You got also exercise books, the notes that are given by the teachers. Can you hear me well? You understand them. Then you understand from different textbooks. Then make the answer of this question rich. All right? Then you write the answer by heart. Dear students, when you write the question which you have already understood, then you write an answer by heart which you have already understood. Then you write the next question, then get the answers from the textbooks and write it by heart. Then go to the third question. You do the paper and finish by heart. Can I tell you, go to another subject. Do the very same thing. When you read back your work, immediately what happens, that work sticks so well within your mind, and immediately you take another subject. That other subject, for example, you have already done your chemistry, it is here. When you start doing your physics, physics pushes the chemistry you have done and take it to the back. Are you hearing me? To the subconscious mind. Are you hearing me? Why and how? There is such a strong connection between your fingertips and your mind. So that when you write a question, understanding, you write an answer, understanding. I want to tell you this one thing, dear student, that when you now come to writing down and you write, that information has already engaged into your mind. When you put now physics in the same mind, it pushes chemistry to the back. Are you hearing me? Then you come here, put history. History pushes physics at the back. Can you hear me well? So every new information is putting the current information at the back. It is a storage at the back. Are you hearing me? Here, we are not memorizing. No, we are understanding. Because what we want to draw is not memory, but knowledge. All right? Now, from there, what will happen? When you come back, for example, and please note, even having done all this, you still got the teacher's assignment. I know teachers in Stephjoy will give you a lot of assignment when we are closing. They don't know this, whatever I am telling you. Can you hear me well? So in this case, in the 24 hours you have at home, you don't have time. It is your responsibility to know how many hours you are to sleep. And this is not a time also to give yourself in so much sleep. 3 to 4 hours is enough for somebody who is stomaching for a job, who is so desperate of achieving a grade that will connect you to the career you want to pursue at the university, so that you are not rejected for that particular career you desire when you go looking for a university to join, so that you may do that particular course. Or even you are dictated to by the university, you will not do medicine, you will do this other course. You will not do engineering, you will do other course. Excuse me. People have never become God. People can never dictate to you. For example, let me give you this example. You all know, this our dear former student, Wazigo. She got a B+. She has always wanted to do medicine. Are we together? And since she had a grade A in biology, she had a grade B+ in chemistry, she had a grade A in mathematics, I can assure you she can do medicine. But can I tell you, from the university, she has been asked to do actuarial science. She's not an actuarial scientist. Universities can never be your God. Nobody should dictate to you what to do. What you ever desired to do, you cannot change it. And this is the reason we are missing jobs by being dictated to what we are doing at the university. Then we start shifting blame to other people. We shift blame to parents. We shift blame to the government. We shift blame. The moment you learn to shift blame to people, can I tell you, you will not go anywhere. Take responsibility personally. Are you hearing me? Because success is your personal responsibility. Failure is your personal responsibility. You can never blame your parents, and especially when they have brought you in a private school where you are between 25 and 35 students in a class. Can you hear me well? Where a teacher is capable of teaching you person to person. Are you hearing me? What happens during the examination? You sit for the exam for chemistry exam. When the paper for chemistry examination comes, immediately you read the question. The question itself is the one that retrieves the answer from the back. Are you hearing me? It draws the answer and bring it forth. So that now, from the front, you are capable now of writing the answer. Are you hearing me? Such that now, if you continue storing, every question that which you read from the examination paper, it is its responsibility to draw the right and the correct information from the back and bring it forth. And immediately you start writing. Dear students, can I tell you, I have dared try this. You know, I have been, in fact, I am graduating very soon in my second degree. And can I tell you, dear student, thank you so much. Can I tell you, dear student, every duration of exam, that is what I do. But I study before. I first of all study and make sure that I have completed my syllabus. Can you hear me well? Now, I go back now to past papers so that I may be in a position to understand how questions are asked, so that I narrow down now to the exam. Are you hearing me? Remember, for your information with you people, you have 8 subjects. I have 7 units. So I am almost like you. So that when I am doing, for example, financial mathematics, I will practice, I practice, and every step is a formula. So that during the examination, I read the question. The question itself is the one that draws information from the back and bring it to the front. And immediately I have the answer. You can never keep on giving your parents excuses. Your parents do not give excuses to a school. Can you hear me well? And can I tell you also, in that commitment, you will never fight with your mother. I can assure you. In that commitment of studies, kindly note at the same time, you cannot just be studying in a very dirty house. Are you hearing me? You must make sure as a girl, you have already cleared the sink. Are we together? Yes, all these works are ours. All these jobs are ours. We must make sure that we are clean. Can you hear me well? And can I tell you, that is one secret. I can assure you, you will never fight with your mother. Why am I not talking about your father? Because the person responsible to discipline you is your mother. And most of the times, you will never find yourself fighting with your father. Most of the times, we fight with our mothers. Why? Because our mothers are thinking great about us. And they are so serious about your discipline. Why? Because even the word of God says that homes are made by the wisdom of women, but are destroyed by the same hands. Can you hear me well? When children are good, they belong to a father. But when the children are bad, they belong to the mother. So the mother wouldn't like to be ashamed. Are we together? Therefore, this particular time from 3s, it's my prayer that when you go home, kindly make use of your 24 hours. Agree with yourself that you are sleeping for a maximum of 4 hours. If you can do all that, oh dear, nobody was born poor. When God said that my plan for you is for good and not for evil, and for your prosperity, he meant it. God never purposed any one of us to be poor. Poverty is a choice. Are you hearing me? Wealth is a choice. And therefore, it is our personal responsibility. Now that our parents have given us an opportunity, not in masses, but in a private school. A private school where a teacher is able to tap your potential. Are we together? So as I sit here, I am looking forward to see great success in your opener exams. Can you hear me well? Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that, dear students? For your information, when now we get to Form 4, I will now teach you that teachers speak exam. Are we together? So that you must be very keen on whatever the Form 4 teacher is speaking. How God has done it, I don't know. But my prayer is that when we go home, kindly let us make use of every minute that we have. Immediately we open, we look forward to improving our grades, and as we continue now moving, we understand that every term and every half term, we must improve. Are we together? As I say, may God bless you. Do you well. Look at your grade right now. Compare it with your class 8 performance. So you see whether you are improving or you are going backward. Kindly note, nowadays, money is not a joke. Our parents are giving it all it takes to pay our school fees. We must also as well reciprocate and do everything we can do to make them happy and motivate them to pay our school fees. God bless you and do you well. I am grateful for this opportunity. Thank you so much. Thank you. We honor your holy and mighty name. How I pray for obedience from these children, because I am sure once they take those tactics that which I am teaching them, I am sure, King of all glory, they will become successful. My Father, I pray that they may take the remaining 1 year so seriously, and I'm sure there will be total improvement. Since this school, our work is to shape destinies. Our God, we do not want any of the students to disconnect ourselves from your past, your ordained career and your ordained course, my Father. Remember these students, even as they go home, protect them from every evil and give them long life. We bless you, God, and we look forward to become a blessing to our country and to our generations. Blessed be your name in Jesus' mighty name.
Stephjoy Schools was started through God's call to shape destinies. Our schools are located in Limuru, Kiambu County, and we are among the leading schools in KCSA. We also have ready classes for the CBC Junior High School intake in January 2023.
The moment a student discovers herself or himself and speaks the career he or she wishes to pursue at the university, immediately a student becomes very serious in secondary school to achieve the grade that can connect to that particular course.
Call us on 0700 004 022 for the boys' school and 0722 641 711 for the girls' school. Stephjoy Schools, shaping destinies.